Aaron, I have too much meat. I need to share it with you kids. I have 6 2/3 pounds. How much is that for each?
All right, so I got two brothers, myself, that's dad, so we got to split it 4 ways. So I'm going to do, I could divide by 4, I could multiply by a fourth, so that's a fourth times 6 2/3. So fourth times 20 over 3, that's going to be 20 over 12. 20 over 12 is going to be, I got to simplify that. It's going to be 5/3 or 1 2/3 pounds each. So 1
Aaron,
2/3
Aaron,
pounds.
you're doing way too much. You're doing the most. I have a way faster way to do this.
All right, show me.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start the problem the same way. There's 4 of us, and there's 6 2/3 pounds of meat. We already know that 6 2/3 becomes an improper fraction, 20/3. But I can also rewrite this as 4 times 5, that makes 20. And I can cancel my common factors. And so we get 1 times 5, 5/3 equals 1 2/3. See how fast that was, Aaron? Which way do you think is better?
All right, let's try another one. 7/8 times 4 over 21. My normal way would be to just multiply the numerators and denominators and then simplify. But as you see, the numerator and denominator are not the easiest numbers to work with. I have to divide by a greatest common factor of 28 to get 1/6. But if you do it my brother's way, he takes care of the simplifying before we multiply, so the answer's nicer in the end. So 7 is the same as 7 times 1, and 8 is the same as 2 times 4. And I specifically chose 2 times 4 because the numerator of the other one has a 4 in it, and the 21 becomes 3 times 7. And when you're multiplying this, it's like multiplying one giant fraction together, and I cancel out the common factors in the numerator and denominator. And you'll see that I end up with 1 over 2 times 3, which is 1/6. Here we have 7 whole times 2 3/14. I'm going to change 7 whole to a fraction by putting the denominator as 1, and I change the mixed number into an improper fraction. Now I want to find the common factors between the numerator and denominator. Well, I see 14 has a 7 in it, just like the numerator does. So I rewrite it and cancel out that common factor of 7. We can now multiply the remaining factors to find that the answer is 31/2, and then I can change it to a mixed number, and that's 15½. Canceling out the common factors between the numerator and denominator makes the more difficult problems much easier to handle. So on this one, I'm doing 5 5/9 times 1 3/10. I always make sure that I changed my mixed numbers to improper fractions. And now I'm going to look for common factors between the numerator and denominator. Well, 50 is the same as 5 times 10, and I have a 10 in the denominator, so I can cancel out those common factors. 5 times 13, then 65, and all that's left in the denominator is 9. 65/9 is the same as 7 2/9.